Alrighty. So I am so thrilled that you guys have joined me tonight. And I'm sorry, we're going to have to get that that mess off the screen here. Okay, there we go. Okay. So somehow in our little rural area here, I've been deemed the resident expert, which I'm not. And you will clearly know that before this class is over. That is just because when I went to convention, I decided to buy the products and try them out. And because of that, I guess because I was one of the first one in our little group to do that, then somehow I'm being called upon a lot to teach these classes. And I do enjoy it, but I don't really know a whole lot about it myself. So I'm learning along with you. So how I got started, just a little bit about, I've been in Young Living for 4 years. I'm not going to tell my Young Living story, but I want to tell you my skincare and makeup story a little bit. So when I was in high school, I was super vain, and I spent a lot of time in the mirror. And my sister's on this call, and she can totally attest to that. I didn't care anything about natural stuff, but I was really into cleansing, toning, and moisturizing, and of course a lot of makeup, but I took really good care of my skin. And something happened around age 35, and I just hit my midlife crisis. I don't know, but somehow I dropped the ball, and I was lucky if I washed my face in the shower with Dove or whatever I was using. I didn't really, I didn't care. I got really lazy, and I don't know why. But I hit 50 last year, and it kind of got my attention. But it wasn't until I went to beauty school that I really started getting into skincare again. So I went to beauty school. That was last March, and absolutely loved it. If you haven't been to beauty school, I would recommend you put that on your list, because it is definitely something. Can you guys hear that static? I wonder if someone's not muted. That better? You guys okay? Okay. Better. Okay. Something happened when there's just one person unmuted. Believe it or not, it can cause some static. So I went to beauty school, got really educated on the products, and absolutely fell in love with the Young Living skincare products. I wish that I had not waited so long. But I still had that big old toxic makeup bag, and I knew that had to go, because it was just, I felt really yucky when I would put the junk on my face after cleaning it all up. So that's why whenever the makeup came out in June at Young Living's convention, I was so excited, not because I'm a makeup girl, I am not, but because the company that I know, love, and trust, that has changed my life in so many ways, now carries an entire line of makeup. And I wanted to speak from education when I talk to people, experience when I talk to people about the makeup. The only way to do that is to buy it and try it. So that's what I did. And before that, I bought whatever was on sale at Walgreens as far as the makeup went. And I didn't do any contouring, highlighting. To me, that was this adult glitter that didn't have any, place in my life. And it was just a foreign concept. So, sorry guys, we got that static again. If you're on here and you have unmuted yourself, it would help me. Hang on one second. All right, you guys hear me? Okay. So I am glad I got the makeup. I fell deeply in love with the Savvy Minerals, and my makeup routine has never been the same since. Can you guys hear that? I'm getting texted lots of, I guess as people join, I'm getting the static. So I'm really sorry. I'm just going to have to continue to mute everyone until everyone gets on the call. Apologize. I want you guys, if you haven't already, to stop and take a picture of this screen real quick because there's 3 important things on it. One is the 2 Facebook groups that I learned everything in, and that is the Inside Out Natural Savvy Beauty, which is like, I don't know, 50,000 women in there sharing all their tips. And the other one is the Savvy Mess, which is run by Melissa Pepping, and she is the one that actually designed this makeup and sold it to Young Living. And Young Living just came out with a dedicated website to Savvy Minerals, and you can see it there on the screen. It's savvyminerals.com, and that just launched last week. They're doing a before and after contest, so they're doing a random drawing every Friday. Just send them in your before and after pictures, and you can be selected to win some products. All right, so we are going to move on. All right, we're going to get just a little bit technical, and then we'll move on to the fun stuff, okay? So I did my own research, and I was super thrilled to find out that companies are required to make sure that our products are safe. But then I read that the FDA doesn't require that they prove that or demonstrate that in any way. And by law, they don't even have to share that with the FDA. So I read that straight off the FDA's website when I was doing my research. So when you consider that as women, we apply over 300 products a day, men not so much, but as women, we do. And only 11 have ever been regulated by the FDA. So that's a little concerning. Actually, that's a lot concerning for me. And several of those chemicals, you know, they're really not harmful, but when you're talking 300 day after day, you know, every year, that accumulates. And what happens is you get a process called bioaccumulation. And that's where your body has a really hard time breaking down the chemicals. And ladies, that's when some major health issues can set in. So it's super important that you get the chemicals out of your home and out of your makeup bag, especially. So here is a little bit of what is not in our makeup. But it's probably in a lot of the, if you don't have now natural products, it's probably in your makeup bag now. And this is something that Young Living does not put in their makeup. And you can see the list here. No gluten, no petrochemicals or dyes, fragrances, no parabens. Let's take a closer look at that real quick. Talc and phthalates both have been known to be a carcinogenic chemical, and talc actually has been studied and proven to cause lung and ovarian cancer. You can see at the bottom of the screen here, it talks about where these can be found. Foundations, blush, you know, even nail polish and chapstick, skincare. And sometimes they're hidden in different things. They're not necessarily called phthalates. Could be DEP and DEHP and all those things we don't know anything about. And then, of course, fragrance is a big loophole. And then mineral oil and parabens. If you've ever used any kind of mineral makeup before and you broke out, it's probably because of the mineral oil. It can cause breakouts and hormones. Any of these can totally disrupt your hormones. So if you're having any hormonal issues, probably linked to your chemicals. Endocrine disruptor. They're found in lotions, moisturizers, lots of lotions and creams, and of course in our cosmetics as well. So those are just a few of the things that could be lurking in your makeup bag if you don't have the natural makeup. I got this right out of our desk reference, the one that just came out at convention, and I just thought that it was absolutely worth reading. We're just going to read it together. The human skin is like a large sponge and is especially vulnerable to solvents and petroleum-based chemicals. Some of these chemicals can be absorbed in a far higher volume than any other substance. And these are the chemicals that we were just talking about. And over time, some of these chemicals may accumulate in the organs and tissues and result in mounting brain, nerve, and liver damage. The most troubling indication that proves that the synthetic chemicals in cosmetics and shampoos may be leaching into our bodies was provided by the government-funded Human Adipose Tissue Survey. They do that, I guess. According to the study, almost every person tested showed measurable amounts or measurable levels of petroleum-based carcinogenic chemicals in their fatty tissues. That's alarming. You know, most people, they're not even aware that their skin is their largest organ or that what they're putting on their skin is affecting them. And I was totally clueless. But I challenge you to just look at the ingredients that you're using, because these chemicals, they're getting into your bloodstream. And somebody recently told me a really good analogy. They said the smoking patch and the birth control patch that we put on, or people wear, I mean, it's going into the bloodstream and they just applied it topically. I mean, it's keeping them from making babies. So it's working, it's going into your bloodstream. So the stuff we're putting on is going into our bloodstream. And it's something to pay attention to. Alrighty, so I know that seems like a lot of bad news. We could go on and on with that, but we're going to switch gears now and we're going to talk about what you can do. There's an app, it's called Think Dirty, and a lot of people that are in Young Living know all about this app. And it's a great way to scan your products with your phone to see the toxicity level and find out how toxic they are. Another great website is ewg.org, and it allows you to actually put in the ingredients that are listed on the back of your labels. It's just a nonprofit group that is solely dedicated to our health and to the environment. And so you can just type your ingredients there on that website. And, you know, as I started looking up some of my ingredients, because I really thought there was just too much hype around all this stuff, I started researching and I found out that the hype is true. It's something to really be concerned about. So that's a great website to find out exactly what you're putting on your body, on your children's body, and, you know, what's going on in your home. So let's just become chemically aware. That's all I want to challenge you to do. Enough about that. Okay, I mentioned beauty school earlier. We're going to have a little mini beauty school tonight, but there is a real beauty school, and I went to it last March, and it is super fun. It is worth every single penny that you pay to go to it. You can see here on the screen it's $320, and they're having one coming up in Dallas. And it's just right around the corner. So if you can get to that, and there still are spots available, go. It's a lot of fun. You're going to love it. You can see that we all get this beautiful beauty box. You can see I have one right over there. Mine's like an orange rust. They have like 50 colors. It's so hard to decide. They are filled with tons and tons of product. We got background noise. Okay. And you can kind of see the highlight there of what all is included in beauty school, but that's kind of where I got my journey started. And the hands-on training there is superb. The speakers, they're just so, it's not just about skincare and beauty, it's about loving yourself from the inside out. And it's really worth it, I promise you, it's good. The reception was a lot of fun. That's where we got the chocolate mask, and we had a blast with that. So if you're interested in that, you can Google Young Living Beauty School in Dallas, or just contact me and I can help hook you up with that. All right. Okay, so first things first, we have to start with a clean face. That is really paramount. I mean, you can't really, the makeup's only going to do so much. It does do a lot, believe me. But good skincare is really where it starts. Young Living has the ART skincare system, and it stands for Age Refining Technology, and it's every bit of that. You know, the best way to describe my face after I started using this was It felt hydrated from within, and it really did transform my skin, especially after all those years of not using any good skincare products. So the ART system will last you about 2 to 6 months. You'll probably run out of the cleanser first, and then the moisturizer, and then the toner, but it will last you quite a while. Before we go over the products, though, I want to touch on the ingredients. We don't have time to go into all of the ingredients, but there are 2 things I really want you to know about it. First, the skincare and the 7 Minerals line are infused with oils, and they also are plant-based ingredients and totally natural, which I'm sure most of you already knew that. But the second thing is that there's no gluten in our makeup at all. But there is some wheat in some of our skincare items. So if you have a wheat allergy, I would really recommend that you contact the product support there. There's the email there on the bottom of the screen if you have any questions. There are people that have gluten sensitivities or even celiac and do fine with the products, but it isn't something that you want to play around with. So make sure you do your homework before you apply the products and find out for yourself what's okay for you to use. Also, you can look in your desk reference under skincare. It's loaded with all kinds of information to help you decide. All right. So the first thing in the trio is the ART Cleanser. And it's good for all skin types. It comes in a foaming pump here on the screen. You can see it, and just one pump really is all you need for your face. Lasts a long time. There are some great oils in it. Frankincense, Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood, Melissa, lemon, and lavender. Look those oils up. Do you know what they do? I mean, it's so awesome that when you're washing your face, you're actually doing so many other things for all these other body systems and all of your for your wellness, for your health journey, just by washing your face. And that is what I adore about these products. Okay, the next one is the ART Toner. And it's a really important step that a lot of people leave out. But toning, it helps to restore your pH balance and tone your skin. And I absolutely love this toner because it smells so amazing. Yeah, Laura's saying, yeah. It has orchid flower, green tea leaf extract, lavender, lemon, Melissa, Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood, and frankincense. And it's not drying like most toners. It's super pampering to your skin. I mean, I could almost wear this like perfume. That's how much I love it. And oh, let me tell you what, here's a trick to making it last a lot longer. Somebody told me this, Evangeline Reed, put it in a spray bottle and just spray a cotton round when you go to use it. Just a couple of sprays, and that'll make it last twice as long as it would be otherwise. Okay, the moisturizer. Now, depending on your skin type, you may want to add an additional moisturizer at night if you have super dry skin. But honestly, this moisturizer is good for all skin types. And some people that aren't on a regular skincare regimen, they find that if they just get on a good skincare regimen regularly, that whatever skin issues they're experiencing, like dry skin or oily skin, clears up. So give it a try. It has frankincense and Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood. I use it in the morning, and at night, even though I have very regular skin, I don't have dry or oily skin, I like to use a deep moisturizer. So what I use for my skin is I alternate between 2 products. The Sandalwood Moisturizing Cream and the ART Cream Mask. And I alternate between those 2. The ART Cream Mask, both of them will last you 6 to 9 months. They go a long way. The ART Cream Mask is so wonderful because it's super velvety and you don't have to wash it off. That's what I love about it. You can sleep in it. It's not like a lot of masks that you're used to. And ladies, when you do all this great stuff to your face as far as moisturizing goes, it doesn't do any good to have a 30-year-old face and a 70-year-old neck and chest. So hit that up too, okay? And the back of your hands, they show our age too. So don't leave them out. So that is the ART skincare system, and that is where if you're not in Young Living or on any of Young Living skincare products, I would highly recommend that you start with that. Okay, but I tweak it a little bit, and I want to share that with you. I was going to leave this out, but I can't because I absolutely love it. They have another cleanser, and I'm sure some of you are aware of it, and it is called the Orange Blossom Facial Wash. And I love this because it's very, very concentrated, and you can see here it's 14 cents a use if you mix 2 tablespoons with 8 ounces of water. It goes a long, long way. And another reason why I absolutely love this cleanser over the other one, even though they're both great products, is this has wolfberry seed oil and it has MSM. And if you know anything about Sulfurzyme or Ningxia Red, then you know how dynamic those 2 products are. So just Google those 2 if you don't know what those are, and you can be excited that when you wash your face, you're getting the benefit of those 2 products. And ladies, I've heard that people that are acne prone or that have other issues with their skin, which I'm not going to call out any medical terms here, but I've heard that this product does wonders for that and really clears it up. So let's talk about price comparison real quick. Just so you know, the ART Skincare System, those 3 products, is $109, and that'll last you 2 to 6 months. That's for all 3 products combined. If you do what I do and you don't get the cleanser, you get this cleanser instead, you're going to pay $14 more. But I do that because I think it's worth it. That's what I do. Okay. I have to tell you that I have one more little ad in there before we move on to the next part of the class, and that is really important when it comes to the makeup. It's the ART Renewal Serum, and this has been around for a while, but it wasn't designed to go with the makeup, but it is a great primer. It acts as a great primer for the makeup. So I cleanse, I tone, and then before I moisturize, I apply 1 pump of this serum. And I want to show you something because I think a lot of people waste this. And this is how I use it. I just take and put 1 pump in my hand, and then I take my finger and I just dab it 4 times, and then I pat it all in. Because it's very sticky, so if you start rubbing it, it just goes on better if you pat it, I think. And I put a dab on my neck and chest as well. So the stickiness will go away. Your skin just loves it. It'll absorb it, and then you can put your moisturizer on top of it, and you won't even know it's sticky anymore. But it's fabulous, and it smells wonderful. And ladies, this product has sodium hyaluronate in it. And if you don't know what that is, look that up again. This ingredient, Melissa Pepping says, is what is so magical about this product. And it's like Spanx for your face. So now we have Spanx for our booty, and we have Spanx for our face. Isn't that great? And what it does is it plumps up your skin. So it's taut, because when it's plump, it gets taut, and you can't see the wrinkles as much. And that is a good thing. Okay. I want to take just a minute and show you this 1.5 minute video to show you, for those of you who aren't sure or on this call that are new to Young Living, kind of where Young Living, how they came to acquire this little makeup company.
For a long time, I just didn't feel good about answering those questions. I was searching for that something better. But she has answers to satisfy the trauma community.
Hey guys, Tammy's telling me it's garbled. Does it sound bad? All right. Somebody unmute yourself.
I cannot understand what it's saying.
Okay. Let's try one thing. How about now? Give me a thumbs up.
What kind of makeup do you use? For a long time, I just didn't feel good about answering that question. I was still searching for that something better. Conventional cosmetics were just so full of toxic ingredients. There definitely was a demand that wasn't being met. I decided to change that. Women shouldn't have to compromise their health for beauty. So I designed a collection that would allow them to enjoy both. Then I worked hard to get it into as many hands as possible.
Every year, more members kept asking, when are you going to have cosmetics? And so we started really moving in that direction. We discovered this little cosmetic company that Melissa had created. She wanted it to go to all of Young Living, but couldn't by herself do that. Through conversation, Young Living acquired Melissa's little company. The most important thing to Young Living has always been that our products are pure and unadulterated. And now Melissa can see her vision fulfilled, and we could take these wonderful products to the world.
Completely letting go of my baby will be tough, but knowing that the Savvy Minerals line will now reach every Young Living member and open new doors to Young Living's purpose makes all the sweat, tears, and hustle well beyond worth it.
We know that this is going to be a dream for so many of you out there because you have been asking and waiting for such a...
Okay. So sorry about that. Y'all are so patient. It was just about over anyway. So that is how Young Living came to acquire Melissa's little company. And that was Mary Young. She's the owner of Young Living. And she was thrilled whenever this came before her and that she could provide this for the ladies. Let's get that off. Okay. So we've talked about what is not in our makeup bag, or what is not in our product. So this is what's in our product. And Young Living chose to only put the good stuff in there. And I love that about this company. So kaolin clay, that's been used in China forever to help them have smooth skin. And now we have some in our products. It reduces blemishes and absorbs excess oil, which is super important. And one thing I have to say about this product is I have never felt, no matter what time of the night or day, that my face was oily. And I think that kaolin clay has a lot to do with it. It's known for its mineral content that makes it have a silky, powdery feel. It also has jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, and sunflower oil, which are light enough not to clog your pores, but they're very hydrating. And then aspen bark extract. It's kind of interesting. It helps to soften your skin, but it's also what they use as a natural preservative. Beeswax gives your lips a really soft, smooth look without any chemicals. And you know where our colors come from? They come straight up from the earth. They're minerals, obviously, mineral makeup. And it's the micas. The pigment from the micas is what allows the Savvy products to have beautiful skin tones. I mean, beautiful tones and shades. And, you know, they're really rich. The pigment, you just put it on and it's there. You don't have to put on a ton of product to see it, and I love that. All right, let's talk about brushes. Really. This is so funny tonight. I am being challenged. Can you guys see that? Oh, Lord help me. Well, Microsoft PowerPoint does not want to cooperate. We'll just let that. So here's the brush set. Hang on. We're going to get this back up real quick. Okay, here is the brush set. And you guys are going to win an award for being patient with me. Okay, here's the brush set. And what I love about the brush set is that these brushes are labeled. And I was never one to believe that you needed a good brush set. I mean, I had one brush for everything. So I did not really believe in brushes until I got this brush set and I understood there is some magic behind these brushes. So, and it comes with this beautiful, beautiful carrying case. It has a nice little thing in the middle that you can put your makeup in, and you can take it out if you want. It comes out. Anyways, it is a beautiful set, and I have, these are the 5 brush set. I have all the brushes, so there's like 4 or 5 more than the essential set, and I just decided to get them all to try them out. But the thing with these brushes is that they're made from Italy, and they will last you forever, and you will know that you have landed on the holy mother rail of brushes when you get this set. It's beautiful. Now, you don't have to have this set, but ladies, invest in a nice set of brushes because that will make or break this makeup. It really is important. And if you only get one brush, and I don't think Young Living sells this one separately, but I'll tell you how I can get it in just a minute. But it's the foundation brush. So invest in a good foundation brush, or at the end, you'll find out how to get one of these. But it's very short, stout bristles that are kind of tough or kind of thick, so to speak. And that is what you want for this mineral foundation. And these brushes, they hold the perfect amount of product. And I love that because it doesn't seem like it's too much or too little. They hold a great amount of product, and they dry quickly. And I know if you're like me, you're like, dry? Do I have to wash these things? I know, I never washed the one brush I had for like 28 years. But yes, you do have to wash your brushes. It's really important, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So technique is not nearly as important as a good brush set. Just keep that in mind. Okay. We have a lot of foundation shades. I want you guys to look at this, and some of you already have the makeup, but if you don't, I want you to kind of see what shade you think you might be based on if you can read this screen. Can y'all read it? Okay. So it gives you some ideas there. You know, if your veins are blue, you're probably cool. If they're green, you're warm. And if you can hear that police car, you've got good ears because it's loud. Okay, if you look better in silver jewelry, you're cool tone, or gold jewelry, you're warm. And you can see these tips there that kind of give you an idea if you want to take a picture of that screen. But that you'll find all over the internet. So it's handy. It's handy. It's easy to find. But it kind of gives you an idea, and it really is kind of true to color. But if you get a foundation shade you don't like, Young Living will take it back. So I think you have to pay shipping, but you can return it even if you've opened it. So let's talk about the misting spray for just a minute. I absolutely love this. Another thing I could wear for perfume. It smells so amazing because it has cedarwood, lavender, geranium, and rose. And that's what makes it smell so good. And can you imagine what that's doing for your skin? The reason the misting spray is the second most important thing for your makeup, and the reason that you absolutely need it to apply the makeup the way that it's meant to be applied, is that it binds the pigment of the makeup together so that it goes on really nice and it stays on a long time. It also provides control so that your minerals don't just go everywhere. And some people actually put this in their hair when they get out of the shower and it's wet, and it's really nice to just make your hair soft, and helps with, I'm hearing that it helps with frizziness. I'm going to try it. So I want to show you guys how to use this product, because some people are a little confused when it comes to what do they spray, their face, their brush, you know, what's going on here. So here's what you do. You get your minerals and you put them in your cap. This is empty, but you put them in your cap, okay? Then you get your misting spray in your brush and you spray it 2 or 3 times. to get it really good and wet. Then you wipe off the excess on the back of your hand. This is kind of important. Do that. Then you pick up your minerals. And then you just apply it in circular motions all over your face. That easy. And then you can pick up more minerals and do another layer. And I will usually spray my brush one time in between each application. But in the beginning, I spray it 2 or 3 times to get it nice and wet. Now, a lot of people want to know, can you make this a liquid foundation? And you absolutely can. So how you do that is a couple of ways. You can spray your lid 3 or 4 times and get some liquid in here. Then you would add your minerals, use your finger, a Q-tip or something, and stir it up, and then just put it on. You can apply it with, a makeup sponge. A lot of people apply it wet like that with the brush, and it works just fine. Or you can use your fingers. Another way you can do it, and I like this way, if I'm going to do it liquid, which I hardly ever do, but if I do, I will actually put some of the moisturizing cream in my cap, put the minerals in that, mix it up. Or Boswellia wrinkle cream is another cream we haven't talked about. That or the sandalwood that I talked about earlier. So any of the moisturizers or any of the creams you can mix with the minerals, and you can just apply it as a liquid foundation. I've had a lot of people tell me that they'll never not do liquid, but they do. They do the powder with the misting spray, and they don't do it liquid because they love it so much like that. So I would challenge you, or I would encourage you to just try it like that. See what you think. A lot of people want to know, what do they do for concealer? And so if you feel like you need a concealer, here's what you can do. You can just take your foundation brush before you put on any foundation, get it wet like you normally would, and pick up some minerals and dab. Wherever you want, if you want to conceal under your eyes or you have a spot or two, just dab it on. Let it dry, and then put on all of your foundation. And as you're putting your foundation on, you'll just blend that part in really well. Some people like to conceal. Some people, honestly, they feel like they don't need any concealer. This makeup is so great coverage that they don't feel like they need it. But if you need it, you can do that. And then some people conceal with a lighter shade of foundation. I'm already a cool 1, so I can't go any lighter. But some people, if they're a cool 2, they'll conceal with a cool 1 and they'll put their cool 2 on. But some people just conceal with the exact same color. So it's up to you. And some of you may have heard of the technique baking, but you don't know what it is. So I wanted to just spend a minute on that. Baking is just a term that refers to letting translucent powder sit on your skin for 5 to 10 minutes. But it's a lot of powder so that your skin doesn't have a chance to breathe. It's just totally covered up with powder. And your heat from your skin actually bakes the foundation. It's just, it's a natural process. You're not hurting anything. And then after about 10 minutes, when it's dry, and it'll be very white and kind of cakey looking, but you just take your brush and you just kind of dust off all the excess, and you do have a nice finish underneath. There are so many ways that you can do baking, though. That's just one. I'm not hip on this, okay? I just barely am learning it myself. But if you Google baking foundation, you'll find tons of tips out there. And Melissa Pepping has a video on that. She has to do a lot of baking. She has a lot of stuff she tries to conceal. And so she has a great video on baking on her Facebook group. So the foundation, it can also be used as a brow filler. Some people feel like the eyebrow filler that we have, or it's too dark. But it can be adjusted totally, and we're going to talk about that. So some people, they'll actually use dark 2 or dark 3 as an eyebrow filler. So that's an option. I know a lot of redheads do dark 3 or dark 4 for their eyebrow filler. Okay, let's move on. I want you to see, Lord help us, this video, if it'll work, from Melissa showing us how to apply the foundation. And this is the last video that we're going to watch. Hang on.
When it comes to wearing loose mineral foundation, many women are hesitant. They they think that the minerals can sit topically on their face or settle into fine lines and wrinkles. With Savvy Minerals by Young Living, that simply isn't the case. Hi, my name is Melissa Pepping, and today I'm going to show you how to get a flawless application the Savvy way. Let's make sure your face is clean and dry. Once you've properly cleansed and washed your face, applied your renewal serum and your light moisturizer, you're ready to go. Using your foundation brush and your Savvy Minerals misting spray, simply spray your brush 3 to 4 times. Get off the excess misting spray on the back of your hand. Take a small amount of Savvy Minerals by Young Living foundation, tap it into the foundation lid, then swirl to pick up those minerals and start applying to your face in light circular motions. If you need more coverage in any area, simply tap a few more minerals into the cap, spray your brush one more time, pick up the loose minerals, and apply to your face in the desired location until you get the coverage that's right for you. Make sure you get the area under your chin and into your neck to help blend in the minerals.
You got the beauty inside, let it out for the grind.
Yay. We had a success there. Okay, let's talk blush and bronzers. I hope that little video helped you guys. It's really, the makeup is really, really easy, and it's really forgiving. So if you put too much on or you make a mistake, you can cover it up really easy. All right. So I like to apply my bronzer before the blush, and I've never used a bronzer in my entire adult life until June. So it's really not hard, and you can do it several different ways. So there's 2 bronzers, Crowned All Over and Summer Love. And Crowned All Over, they're both beautiful. Crowned All Over is a little lighter, so that's the one that I use. And I apply this product. Let me show you what I use. I use this brush right here most of the time. You can see it. It's got an angle on it, and I really like that. And it is the bronzer brush, so that's good giveaway right there. So I take this, and you kind of start at the I have to use this because this is backwards, and I just totally can't do that. So okay, so you take the bronzing, you take kind of at the middle of your ear, and you just kind of go forward. You just kind of work it in. Just work it in. Just kind of back and forth till you get what you pick up a few more minerals if you want it a little bit darker, but it doesn't take much, and you can get it nicely bronzed right there. And I bronze there. Another great place that I have heard and I like to bronze is on your, like in the crown of your temples, right up there. I just kind of do my whole forehead because I have bangs and you can't really see what I'm doing. But a really neat thing to do is to bronze your nose. I had a girl do this. She bronzed just the tip of her nose, and I feel like that just subtly ties it all in, and I like that. So that is the deal with the bronzers. And I will say that some people aren't sure where to bronze, so it actually goes right below your blush. So if you kind of do the fish face and you find your cheekbones, just go right below there. And I put the bronzer on dry, but sometimes if I'm going out at night and I really want that to pop, I will actually wet the brush and I'll put it on wet, and you can see it a lot more. You know, until just recently, like I said, I had never used this product, and when I first used the diamond dust or the veil, I looked like a shining crystal because I just put way too much on. So you can go overboard with these products. But the neat thing is you can get some more foundation and just go over it, and it kind of erases it. So it's very forgiving. And the more you play with it, the more you're going to be used to it, and you're going to feel very comfortable with it. And every day I feel like I'm trying something different. Today I actually put the bronzer on as for an eyeshadow. I put it on as the primer. I mean, that was my first color, and I actually could have just worn that only. I loved it. So the blush, there's 3 colors: blushing, smashing, I do believe you're blushing, and passionate. And honestly, it just depends on your skin tone. A lot of people, the smashing looks more peachy, and a lot of people, the I Do Believe You blushing looks more peachy. They both have very pink undertones, but just depending on your skin type, which one you're going to like. And I can get away with both, so I think they're very similar. Passionate is darker, and it's something that I'll wear if I'm going out at night, or I want just a little more pop, a little deeper color. It's really good for warm skin tones and darker skin tones. Some people say that the blush doesn't show up really well, and I totally feel that way. So I kind of struggled with that for a long time. What I found works the absolute best is this, a cotton ball. For some reason, a cotton ball works better than a brush with these minerals for the blush on my skin. So I just get the apple of my cheek, and I just take that cotton ball and just kind of just round circles on there. And if you still want it to pop, I still want it to pop even more than that sometimes. I'll take the misting spray and I'll spray my cotton ball, and then I just dab where I just put it on, and it just pops out and shines, and it's really pretty. Alrighty. If you guys that popped on late, if you have questions, I just want you to know that at the end I am going to unmute you, and we'll have a chance to answer any questions if I don't get to them. And so I'm not looking at the chat box if you're typing anything in there, but we will get to that. Okay, let's talk about our eyes. Never did I do eyeliner or eyeshadow in my entire life until these minerals came out. So that speaks a lot for how beautiful they are and how easy they are. The eyeshadows are made from a finely ground mineral base, so they go on really smooth. They last all day. And I've never had an issue with my eyelids breaking out or with them creasing. So I really had, the times that I tried eyeshadow before, that was a problem, the creasing. And you know, with so many shades, it makes it really easy to get the look that you want. They have 2 more eyeshadow shades now that aren't on here, but you'll find them when you search online. And I'm not going to go over how exactly to do your eyeshadow, because it depends on what eye shape you have, and everyone's different. There's a million videos out there, and you guys can definitely watch those. That's how I've kind of learned. But I do want to tell you a couple of tips. And we're going to look at a couple of people's eyes here in just a minute on the next slide. Something I heard recently was if you have a hooded eye, which I know a lot of people struggle with that, and they can't get that nice middle color to show up because they have a hooded eye. So Melissa says, put your eye makeup on with your eye open. So she says, keep your eye open and create what you want it to look like, you know, with your eye open. I don't know if that helps you, but anyway, keep your eyes open, but don't poke your eye. Okay, so let's talk about, I do want to talk to you about foiling, because I'm sure you guys have heard about that. That's all the rave now. That's not, foiling and baking is not something Young Living came up with. It's been around for a long time, but it is fun to do with these minerals. So here is an example of foiling. This gal has used the shade of Spoiled and Wonderlust mixed together, and she has foiled her eyelid. All that is you spray your brush one time, and you pick up the minerals, and you're painting them on. So they kind of go on wet. And that's foiling. There you have it. And there's how the colors look foiled. They just pop. They're deeper, and they're really pretty. And I have looked like a clown before when I'm foiling, but it doesn't matter how crazy it looks or how messed up I get it, I can fix it without having to redo my whole makeup, and I love that. So I usually will put my eyeshadow brush and some foundation and just kind of go over it and then start over. It's really easy to fix this. Here is, oh, that's the next slide. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. Eyeliner and multitasker. There's 2 eyeliners. Actually, either one of these can be an eyeliner. One is black and one is dark brown. They can be applied wet or dry. You can also mix both of these with any eyeshadow and make it a different color. The Jet Setter is really pretty for smoky eye if you want to use it for eyeshadow. I know that sounds absolutely crazy, but I'm going to show you someone's eyes here in a minute that did that. It's really pretty. So some people like a liquid liner, and you definitely can make this a liquid liner. Young Living has a really nice, you can see that. It's really small on one end, and the other end it's good for your eyebrows. So that's a liner, and that's what I use for my, to line my eyes. In the multitasker, it says so you can use it as an eyeliner, you can use it to fill in your brows, or you can use it for an eyeshadow. And you can use either one of these wet or dry, depending on what look you're wanting to accomplish. As far as eyebrows go, I want to talk about that for just a minute. You're going to see a picture of me here on, and I also posted it all over the World Wide Web. But it's a picture of me with the before and after. I don't have any eyebrows really. They're really light. And so, and that was a big thing for me for years. I never felt like they looked right. And somebody gave me a tip on how to do that. So what she told me was, first of all, remember that your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. And so they don't have to look exactly alike. So don't stress out over that. But I'm going to be able to show you guys. But basically, I start in the middle. Now, let me back up. If you have nice eyebrows already, I'm so jealous. But you still may want to just fill in areas that you're sparse, or just try it out. Just go ahead and try it out. Play with it, because it kind of pulls the whole face together. And I've had so many ladies tell me how much they love filling in their eyebrows, even though they have a nice eyebrow. So try it out. So for my eyebrows, or if you have trouble with eyebrows, one thing that helped me a lot was to start in the middle and with arches and kind of do short little strokes, okay, until I filled it all the way out. So I have a half a brow, but it's short little strokes that kind of look like hairs. And that helped me a lot versus just drawing a harsh line, which is what I was doing. And then you get your little something that looks like this, and you brush it out, okay? And then you've got a half a brow. But then you need to fill in the rest. So then, this really helped me so much. You take your brush and you do kind of little short hairs. You draw the bottom line first. The bottom line first until you get it right where you want it. And your eyebrows should always be, the outside of your nose should be where your eyebrow starts. See that? And then the outside, and then you tilt it, and your nostril, the outside of your nostril should be where it ends. So that's kind of your guideline. Anyway, I would draw it in on the bottom, and then I would fill in the top. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe one night we'll do a whole eyebrow video, but that helped me so much. So my daughter-in-law actually, my 25-year-old daughter-in-law actually taught me that. So here is a good friend of mine, and she's got the Jet Setter on. Isn't that pretty? She also has on, before the Jet Setter, she had put on Unscripted and Diffused. And I think that looks lovely. And then she put the Jet Setter on top of that. And there I am. Oh my goodness. No eyebrows. Scary. So, filling in your eyebrows, especially if you don't have any, can make a big difference, as you can see. Okay, let's talk lips. We have a couple of new shades here. Adore, Maven, and Journey are new. And the lipsticks are going so creamy. I love them. And I usually put lip gloss over my lipstick. The lip gloss, it adds a pop of shine, and it has peppermint in it. None of the other makeup has any oil in it, and I was wondering if they were going to put any in there, and I've been told probably not, because you know, some people react differently if it's spicy, or you know, peppermint can be spicy for me but not you, and they just don't want to have any reason why anyone has any issues with the makeup. So it may only be that they put a few more oils in the lipstick or lip gloss, but not in the makeup. But the lip gloss has olive oil and jojoba, and it, I love the peppermint. It gives it a really nice tingle. I'm going to tell you guys a trick about the lip gloss that I learned. the let me see. Some people put it on and they just go to town with your lips, smacking it together like it's lipstick, and that's really not the best way to wear lip gloss. To get that nice pucker and a beautiful lip, you just want to dab the bottom pouty part, dab it with the lip gloss, and then do your top part. So, you know, your top little lip right there. You don't really even have to put it all over your lips. You just want to get those two areas, and then it just looks really, really pretty and sweet. You don't have to rub it in like lipstick. And you know what? I learned a new trick that I absolutely love. I did it tonight. After I put on my lipstick, I take the blush and I just get my finger and I dab it on my lips. And it's really a matte, pretty, it's shimmery and pretty. And sometimes I don't even put lip gloss over it. I did tonight, but I love that. Some people have even foiled the blush onto their eyes. And it's very pretty. The I Do Believe You're Blushing is really pretty as eyeshadow. I don't have any mascara tonight, but I hear that it's absolutely fantastic. And I also hear that you can put, of course, you put lavender. You know, you put lavender in your mascara to make your lashes fuller. And also have someone tell me that they use cedar wood on their eyebrows to help with hair growth. And so I'm starting to do that. I really like the way it smells, but I can handle it to get some more eyebrows. All right, let's talk about cleaning your brushes. You want to get off the dirty grime, the dead skin cells, and the build-up makeup. This does matter, ladies. So let's get our makeup brushes cleaned up. And the way that you do this, the best way to do it is not to soak it in water because the wood will break down after a while. But I use one of these microfiber cloths, or you can get these even at the dollar store. And I spray my brushes like every other day, and I'll just clean them on here, keep spraying and cleaning them, wiping them on here until you know that all the product's out. And that's just a great way to take care of these brushes you've invested in, because they're an investment. Alrighty. Yeah, we have a new, oh my gosh, premium starter kit starting February 1st. Check out those selections. So you've got Cool 2 and Warm 2, kind of the middle of the road, and then Dark 1 and Dark 4. I have called Young Living and asked them, can we switch out the foundation if it's the wrong shade? And they said, yes, you absolutely can switch out the foundation. You get a brush with this. So if you don't have your foundation brush, this is a great way to get your first brush. It comes with the misting spray and the lavender and a lip gloss, 3 eyeshadows. Let's see, a blush. Yep, and then foundation. So also, I looked at the prices on these. So it's going for $150. That's in a member. You can purchase one kit. And of course, if you have someone that's wanting to join, this is a great option. If they're not wanting to do the oils, they can definitely join with the makeup starter kit. The price is $171 if you bought it straight out, but that does not count the brush. So you have to count the value of the brush. So right there, you're saving quite a bit of money. Retail, it's $225. So that's really nice. You can get it for $150. So for those of you that don't have the makeup yet, you might want to get online February 1st and get you one of these kits. So I wanted to just, have you guys gotten that? You guys took a picture of it or whatever you need to do? I'm sure it's going to be all over the net here in the next, probably already is. Okay, guys, so, you know, I really want to encourage you that to start switching and ditching. Of course, that's what we're talking about here with the chemicals and getting something natural in your home. And please take advantage of the Essential Rewards program. You know, you can get points and then you can cash them in for free stuff. So I get my oils and my supplements and my household cleaner and all that good stuff on my rewards, and then I use my points to get my makeup for free. So that's a great way to use that program. And if you're on this call and you aren't sure about becoming a member or the Premium Starter Kit or this ER Essential Rewards program, then message me or the person that invited you, and I know that they will tell you all about it. Okay, so I am so thrilled you guys made it to the end of this class, and even with all of our mishaps, we did it in 1 hour and 5 minutes. I'm so happy about that. So I would like to ask you if you have any questions that we didn't address, to unmute yourself and let's talk. I'm looking back through the chats.
I have a question about the lipstick.
Yeah.
So I have been really liking lipstick that does not feather or migrate. And can you tell me if the lipsticks, and I know they're really creamy and nourishing, but do they feather or migrate?
Do they feather or migrate?
Uh-huh.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, like you mean bleed out of your, like into your lines and stuff? I have not had that happen. Can anyone speak to that? I haven't had that happen at all. Another thing I do with my, that I think helps is I take the foundation and I put foundation on my lips. And that kind of sets my lips to receive the blush, but I've never had them bleed.
Okay, so you put foundation on your lips before you put the lipstick on?
When I'm doing the foundation all over my lips, get it too. They just get brushed, yeah.
Do you put it on your eyelids too, or no?
I do. I just,
Okay.
now a lot of people use the Best Kept Secret for a base for their eyelids, but I don't care for the color, so I just use the foundation.
Okay. And then, was there a place that you could see the different colors of lipstick?
There is. You can, when you go online, you can see them there. Sorry, I'm trying to get off of this stop share. There we go. Now I can only see one person. Okay, I'm so happy. There's a catalog now out that you can order one of the catalogs for $3, and it has all the makeup in it, but it is online too.
Yeah. Sometimes it's harder to see the actual color online, and then you get it and it's a different color. So.
Yeah, you can return any of it. You do have to pay shipping, but if you live, where do you live?
Florida.
Oh. Sorry, is anyone in your upline, whose group are you in? Maybe they have some makeup you could come and there might be someone in your area that has the makeup and you can come look at it.
Yeah, maybe I could find the lipstick to look at. Okay, cool.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you, Robin. Anybody else have any questions? Thanks for putting up with me.
I have another one. Any
Okay.
word on mascara?
Have I ordered the mascara?
Any word on when it's coming back?
I don't know. No, I can't tell you that for sure. No.
Okay.
I'm still working on it.
Okay.
I'm eager to get it.
You are really loving the foundation brush.
Yeah.
Have you used a foundation brush before that or no?
No, I've never used mineral makeup or I was always a liquid makeup girl with a sponge. I wasn't a brush person.
Okay. All right, cool. And then
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember. You spray your brush before you swirl it in the cap to pick up your foundation. Is that correct?
That's correct. You spray your brush first, and then you just kind of wipe it on the back of your hand, and then you put it on. And that SavvyMinerals.com has all those videos that we watched, plus a whole lot more that can
Okay.
videos to walk you through it.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Another question. If you use Cellulite Magic, when would you put that on in your procedures?
Okay, yeah, so some people have, I've tried it once, and I really did like it too. Instead of the instead of the missing spray, they still use the missing spray, but instead of putting on the art serum that we talked about, the little pump, the pink pump, they use Cellulite Magic. It really has some great skin properties in it, and it goes on really nice and soaks right into your skin. And I would put it on like right after you tone and before you put on your moisturizer in the place of the Art Renewal Serum.
Thank you.
Is that a Young Living product?
Yes, Cellulite Magic. It sure is, and it smells wonderful.
I don't remember seeing that in the catalog. Is it an oil or is it skincare?
It's like a massage oil, and it's
okay.
cellulite.
Okay.
You use it to tone, and if you're worried about sagging skin, it's supposed to really help tone sagging skin.
Yes, and that's why it's really good for your face, which I would have never thought to use it for that.
That is a golden tip right there.
I should have put that in my presentation.
Yes, there is Cellulite Magic.
And it's probably a lot more affordable, honestly, than the other.
Dang. You probably just don't want to use that around your eyes, but you can use that everywhere else. Cellulite Magic.
Yeah, I mean, just don't get it in your eye, but it didn't burn or anything.
Okay.
So
And
on that cellulite, is it oily? Like,
It's not. Your skin soaks it up just like that.
wow.
amazing.
It is an oil, but it doesn't feel oily. It doesn't.
Okay.
It does at first, but after your skin soaks it up.
That's amazing. That is so cool. I'm changing my order right now.
Oh, I forgot to mention the baby wipes. If you're in a pinch, you can use the baby wipes to take off your makeup, and I do that sometimes. It smells so good.
Tanya, I'm just
Another amazing
wondering,
tip. Thank you.
I've got, I'm one that does have sensitive eyelids, and I always have, and I was doing all right with the eyeshadow, and now I am getting more red and sometimes dry, and I know some people have had that come up. Have you seen any tips or anything to try? I've tried the lavender balm, like the lip balm on my eyelids as well to prime them, but
Have you ever used Clariderm
no, I don't think we don't have that in our market.
or Lavaderm? No?
We just don't have it in our market. So
Okay. I know I haven't run across that, honestly, with anyone having any breakout. But did you used to have breakout with other eyeshadows too?
yeah, and I love the makeup, like I really do. It's just my eyes, and I actually feel better when I have the eyeshadow on. I do find that it helps, like they're lesser when I have it on. So I don't know if that is necessarily the color that's impacting it. Is it's just maybe action on my eyelids, like just touching them, and so I'm not sure, but yeah, I was wondering if I've come across anything in your group.
I haven't heard of that, Laura, but I can check into it for you. If it were me, though, I would try putting on the foundation. Just put foundation on for a few days and see if that does the same.
I have, because they're so red that, and I always have this, I have people when they go red, people are like, "Did you just get your eyebrows waxed?" And so I've been putting them on because I love the makeup, and I've been telling people about it, and I don't see my red eye. And so I'll put the eyeshadow on the foundation. Does an amazing job covering them. That's just like the power of the foundation. I love it. But
Do you break out when you put the foundation on?
I have
no.
a question to ask about that.
Well, no, not like because it's just there already, so I can't tell. But it feels good when it's on.
Hey, Laura,
Yeah.
what colors are you using? Okay, I didn't know. Do they have a pink tone or a purple tone to them?
I'll tell you what colors I have. I'll text you or message you because I don't know undertone.
Okay, I just wondered because I have that problem too, and I've never been able to use any eyeshadows that have any red in them at all, so no pinks and no purples ever in my life. And so I thought maybe if you tried just like, I can use the Wanderlust and I can use the residual every day and it doesn't irritate my skin. And then just every once in a while, I'll use the blush for some pink, but I stay away from the purples and it keeps my eye irritation down because my eyes will get very red and irritated too.
Okay, cool.
Good to know. Anybody else have any questions? Did you guys feel like this was helpful? Okay. Well, I don't want to keep you any longer than I have to. So if anyone has any questions, you can stay on the call. Otherwise, I really appreciate your time. One new message. Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Will you have this video saved for us to share?
Yes, I did record it. It's recording now, so I'll stop this recording here in a minute, and I'll go ahead and upload it tonight. And you guys will.
Thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you for the great tips.
Would you guys ever like to do a time where we actually put them on together? If you guys have the makeup and we just try out a few things?
That'll be great.
Sure. Why not? That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Girls' night.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think all of you probably know how to get a hold of me. So if you have any other questions, you reach out to me, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a great night. And get to using those minerals.
Good
Send me
job.
some pictures.
I already changed my order.
Good. All right. Good night. Y'all have a great
night.